Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. In this game, we'll see the Indiana Pacers against the Celtics in Boston. Taking a look at the Celtics, there's been a lot of discussion about them in the offseason, and even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, watching the teams take the court for the first time. The Indiana Pacers and the Miami Heat. How do you get over a hurdle like Miami has been to Indiana?
Well, Indiana plays them tough as any other team. They just need to have it all come together at the right time. You know, you can't have inconsistency, Ernie. You can't have one great game, one terrible game. Two good games, one bad game. You have to beat the Heat 4 times, and we all know that's tough to do.
Just about game time. Let's go courtside. Here is Kevin Harlan.
We'll see the Indiana Pacers taking on the Boston Celtics. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Happy to have you along for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And it's going to be the Pacers off the tip. Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. They've got him on Shumpert. Beast out there with Victor Oladipo. Then there's Kenneth Faried. And it's West in at the 5 spot.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
It had been 6 straight years for the Celtics that they had made the playoffs, but that run came to an end last season as they were clearly in full rebuild mode.
Now here's Bradley. 5 on the clock, 18 feet out. Here's Horford. Oh, and the jam by Sullinger.
Boy, terrific rebound and slam on the putback. He never gives up, always persistently pursuing the pumpkin.
And that's an essential quality for an offensive rebounder, an outstanding offensive rebounder that he is.
Yeah, he's got to go after it, and he does.
Yeah, he qualifies as one of the best in the league.
Well, a lot of storied franchises missed the playoffs last year, and Boston was one of them. But, Steve, they knew it would be a tough season early on.
Well, trading away the talent they did, they knew how the season would play out. You know, ultimately it was the right thing to do because they are in a good position to build upon youth going forward.
Here's Middleton following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Shots good by Middleton.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
The Celtics have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Irving passes to Hayward. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Hayward's got his first points of the game. The Pacers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Here's Middleton. They get it again.
That was just
over to the left wing. This one for 3. That's good. Middleton's got 12 in the game.
Boy, Kevin, I like the way they've come out here. I mean, they're shooting it well and with confidence from outside. Just a good, strong start for them.
Here's Irving. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Out to Shumpert. There's the three. Shot's good by Middleton. 15 points in the game.
He's looking pretty confident out there. I mean, 5 of 7 so far from the field. He's feeling it.
Here's Irving, and he makes good on the way. Indiana leading by 5. Here's Middleton. Hits it from three-point range. Middleton's got 18 points.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
Here's Oladipo. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Kevin, they've been playing with an awful lot of energy here, getting a lot of offensive rebounds. That's always an indicator of hustle and energy.
Irving attacking.
Boy, some would like to give Kyrie Irving the injury-prone label. I'm not sure if that's fair. Although in his first 3 seasons, he has yet to stay healthy, start to finish.
And so Irving nails both of them.
Kyrie Irving, clearly a player who's dreamed of greatness from a very young age. Going back to the 4th grade, he wrote, "I'm going to the NBA," and he wrote it across the back wall of his closet. And while it was hidden behind his clothes, it certainly wasn't far from his head or his heart.
They are making some noise from downtown, guys.
And they've got themselves a very nice lead to show for it.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played.
And Irving still wanted to write down goals. He used to write them in a notebook. He still keeps. Now he'll write them down in his phone. All part of setting his sights high and dreaming big.
This quarter has brought out the best in them, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
And Middleton kicks to Shumpy. And Indiana, another 3.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
And for Irving, just like those words in the back of his closet stayed hidden, his great talent stayed hidden for a long time as well.
Yeah, it didn't really dominate until his senior year of high school, Kevin. Only 11 games he played at Duke. It might seem he was an overnight sensation in the NBA, but in truth, he's been a lifetime laying the foundation for his game.
Avery Bradley out of Texas, one of the elite perimeter defenders in the NBA. A guy who can really give you nightmares bringing the ball up the floor. 6'2", but with long arms, and he can defend both guard positions. Really pressures the ball well.
And despite his 6'2" size, it's pretty clear that offensively, Avery Bradley is not a point guard. He's worked hard on developing his ball handling, especially his left hand, but he's certainly at his best when he's playing off the ball.
That's good.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Celtics trail by 11. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Brad Stevens and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked him what players he was really eyeing on the scouting report, and he said one that might surprise you, Kenneth Faried. He said he plays with so much energy and effort. He really sets the bar for the rest of the team. If we can limit his impact on the game, I think it'll really be to our advantage. Guys, an interesting take. We'll see if they can slow his roll.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Shumpert. And the 3 ball is good. Shumpert's got 12.
That's 3 in a row, guys. 3 3-pointers consecutively. These guys are just raining in shots.
Yeah, the defenders can't be as soft as they've been on the perimeter there.
And it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. On defense, Indiana. It's a 14-point game. Irving dishes to Hayward. All alone. And too long on the shot.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
And finished off by Oladipo.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, he did a nice job with it.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. Great awareness and terrific finish.
There's the bucket. Good. 14 points for Kyrie Irving.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Middleton. And the Pacers another 3.
And if their last 5 makes, all have been from long range.
Yeah, the defense has not done a good job of pressing in and denying. I mean, they're hanging back, playing on their heels. They're not being the aggressors here, and the offense is taking advantage of it.
Sullinger with the bucket. Pacers leading by 15. Here's Middleton. He's got 21. Now Bradley. They push it up 4 on 3. Hayward kicks to Sullinger. He feeds it to Bradley. Trying his luck deep. It's rebounded by Indiana. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Here's Middleton. Drains the wing tray. Middleton's got 24.
And we've seen a few mix-ups defensively out there on the perimeter.
More than a few. I mean, the open looks they've allowed from long range have turned into a lot of points.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Dishes it to Irving. And easy 2 points on the way. Irving's got 16.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile. There's 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Celtics trail by 16. Right side Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 18 points for him.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
And now running up the court, Hayward's pushing it up. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
That's the way you creep back into a game. Get those key stops, push it down the floor with your transition game.
And he gets the bucket.
Kevin, you look at how they've built this lead, and one reason is their outstanding shooting from beyond the arc. That's always a weapon.
Irving passes to Sullinger, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending. Guys, we see team.
Hold the fuck up. Bro was nowhere near the goal. Bro was nowhere near the goal.
Taking a more data-driven approach. Analytics now, a big part of things. You see that in the front office. And Steve, that brings in some new faces.
Yeah, in fact, in the last 2 years, over a third of the NBA teams have hired new decision makers. So only a couple played in the league, the majority being, more of the analytical type. So there's definitely been a sea change in terms of NBA leadership.
Here's Bradley. Following the basket by Kenneth Fareed. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And the offensive rebounding has been really impressive so far as well. So I really like this team's effort tonight. Well, you kind of expect that from him. You pretty much know what the result's going to be when he goes to the line.
Oladipo misses.
Well, head coach Brad Stevens of the Celtics is coaching a much different game in the pros than we see in college. A lot of differences, but if anybody can make that transition, I really think he's certainly the guy that could. He's bright, he's hard-working, he communicates well, he's innovative, shows that innovativeness at the college level. So I think he's got all of the ingredients.
Bro, that's just trash.
A college coach who is successful as an NBA coach.
Now, here's Green, Sullinger. It's rebounded by West. West has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Middleton. And Oladipo has it in the corner. And he's good on the 3-ball. Oladipo's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Indiana. And Coach Stevens, analytically minded, Butler had a full-time statistician as one of his assistants.
Yeah, very new school in his approach. You might expect that from such a young guy, still in his 30s. Of course, he also needs to connect with his players. And he's doing well. Despite the losses, the players really enjoyed playing for Stevens, and I think he's going to be an excellent coach.
Irving misses.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively.
Here's Middleton, and that one's good. Middleton's got 26.
Another bucket, adding to their lead. They've been the better team in every facet of the game.
And to turn in this kind of performance in an opponent's building, that's really impressive.
Irving attacking. The teardrop falls in.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Pacers leading by 19 points. There's 1:38 left to play in the first quarter. Sullinger brings the double team.
Ass, bro. They know that's just ass.
And so it's Indiana with it. Fareed dishes to Middleton, and Oladipo has it in the corner. Here's Fareed. The shot
What the?
Good work defensively by Horford. Boston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Bradley drives in. The dish now to Sullinger. Lays it up and banks it in. Sullinger's got 9.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Shots good by Middleton. And the Pacers lead by 19.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. I mean, just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
Outside Irving. He dishes it to Bradley. Puts up a 3. They shoot again. Pacers with the rebound. West has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass. What a floor leader he's been at the offensive end.
You know, he's done a terrific job of moving the ball around, sharing it, dispersing it, and running the show.
Irving drives in. That's good. Irving's got 22 points.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
And Middleton kicks to Oladipo. Again, Indiana.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Yes. And so it's Boston with it. Knocks it loose. Now the Pacers moving it up.
You better go for it.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
Now here is Irving. The high post shot. Here's Horford. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. Pacers out in front, just dominating this one. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Pacers team out there.
I was impressed with their transition game, guys. They really got out and ran the lanes.
Yeah, they did. I mean, no better way to get easy buckets than through fast breaks.
The Celtics shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field.
You know, the Pacers were really a strong road team last season, and a lot of that wasn't just the talent, but their ability to remain consistent with their approach. And I think that speaks to the leadership of a guy like David West and some other veterans with that group.
They've got Smart. Horford is out there with Brandon Bass. Then it's Thornton, and it's Green in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Jared Sullinger has developed some very thick skin during his time in the league. Sullinger said, because I had Satch Sullinger as a coach. So I learned early that it's not how loud he's saying it, it's what he's saying. I was blessed to have an angry coach. It's very hard to get into Jared's head, guys.
It is indeed. Thank you, Doris. Well, Clark, the Pacers did slip in the second half of the season, though, and Steve, it did show up in their road record in the end.
Well, they started last year as an elite road team, but would end just one game over 500 on the road. Not a bad mark, but they looked to be dominant at the start of the season.
Victor Oladipo, the second overall pick in last year's draft out of Indiana, viewed as a can't-miss prospect for his combination of athleticism and work ethic and defensive potential. He called one of his games in college, and now you see what he's doing as a pro.
Well, you know, he was also favored to win Rookie of the Year, and really like everything about Oladipo, Kevin. I mean, his attitude, his work ethic, his skill level. There was some question as to whether or not he was big enough to be a two-guard, and he's shown that he's actually fairly comfortable running the point, and his skill level is pretty good. We talked about him maybe being favored to win Rookie of the Year. That honor actually went to Michael Carter-Williams, NCW. But nonetheless, Oladipo had a strong first year.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
And that one's good, Shumpert.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot is... isn't there, they're not forcing anything, they're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
And he gets it to go. Horford's got 4 points in the quarter.
And the Magic giving Oladipo a lot of playing time at the point guard spot his rookie season. And, you know, that hadn't been his role at Indiana. But it was really good for his skill development. He's 6'4", he's got a good handle, a chance to hone that playmaking and court vision.
Good on the shot. And it's 6 points for Horford.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Some changes for Indiana. Chris Copeland's checked in for Iman Shumpert. And it's Allen in for Oladipo. Middleton the pass to Fareed. Wide open shot is on the money. Fareed's got 10.
And speaking of the Rookie of the Year race between Oladipo and Michael Carter-Williams, a historic moment back in December. Those two rookies went head-to-head. They both had triple-doubles. The first time that's ever happened in NBA history.
And Indiana making a change here. Mahinmi's checked in. On defense, Indiana. Smart with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Horford, and he uses the glass on the lane.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
Man, it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
Here's Middleton. He's got 32, and count it, 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Boston making a switch here. Turner's checked in. Well, the Celtics had a lot of problems, Clark, in a number of places last year, but at home they just struggled to put up points.
And, you know, they hadn't been known for being a high-scoring team in recent years, but no amount of defense could have made up for their woeful offense.
The Pacers have gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. That's good by Middleton.
And he does it again. What can you say? The defense continues to allow him to get open out there. They've got to know that he can knock down that shot. Put somebody on him.
Horford with it. West picks him up. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist from Smart. And that's 10 points for Al Horford.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
Clark, I'm guessing that wasn't the plan for the D on that trip.
And I'm agreeing with you there. Once they opened the lane up for him, that was a little emphasis on that finish.
Take what the defense gives you and then just power it home, right? Why not?
Hill, he's checked in for the Beast. Turner with a screen for Horford. And Bass kicks to Thornton. And Ray Allen gets the whistle that time. Indiana on D. Feeds to Thornton. Three-pointer. Shot's good.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Here's Hill. Mahimi dishes to Allen. Indiana moving it around. West against Horford. West can't hit. The Celtics have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. In the corner, Thornton with it. West with some nice D.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game.
Third team foul.
Smart kicks to Thornton, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
And here's Bass. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And Turner kicks to Thornton. Smart, wide open, he fires. His three-pointers off the mark. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. West outside. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, you love what David West brings to the table. Offensively, he can shoot, he can post up, he can muscle you, but he can really help you win without the ball in his hands, too, by setting hard screens and crashing the offensive boards.
And West, just what you think of when you talk about a true veteran, competitive, leadership, toughness.
All of that is David West personified. He does it without saying a whole lot. When he speaks, it's always right on time and on target, but his example is one that all young players should absorb and benefit from.
Bass and terrific. Work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Bass has got his first points of the night. For Indiana, they've gone 8 of 9 in the second quarter. Very nearly perfect from the field. It's Allen with the drive, and the Pacers tack on 2 more. Now here's Smart. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Here's Thornton. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Indiana controlling the game. Here's Allen. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
Well, here we go again. An open path to the hoop, an easy 2 points. Where is the defense?
The Celtics shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Now here's Smart. Here's Horford. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on David West.
Al Horford, 6'10", 250, really a natural power forward who's been asked to play at center for his whole career. He's shown himself willing to battle bigger players inside, but you got to think he'd welcome a chance to switch back to the 4 spot.
And for Horford, able to scrap inside to overcome his lack of size defensively, his quickness is his biggest advantage. I mean, he's excellent at moving in space and defending the pick and roll.
Here's talk about Horford's advantages playing center. Certainly his offensive skills among those advantages.
Yeah, and an excellent mid-range jump shooter and ball handler. He can face up, he can draw opposing bigs further out than they'd like, but he's also strong enough and quick enough to get past them and get to the rim.
Now here's West. Here's Scola. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
This team is never afraid to get physical. I think they enjoy this style of play.
Both shots good.
I need to throw pick back in, but it's cool.
From the stripe.
Well, the Pacers gave up a lot to acquire Luis Scola from Phoenix last season, especially for a player who probably didn't fit in the Suns' plans anyway. They gave up Miles Plumlee, Gerald Green, and a first-round pick. That shows you how highly they thought of the Argentine power forward.
Now here's Allen after the miss from Evan Turner. Stolen by Smart. Here's Horford, powered down with both hands.
So deflating for a team. Clark coughing up the ball at one end, and then it turns into immediate points at the other end.
And it's just as much of a boost for the team getting those easy points off the steal.
And down it goes. Done off a wonderful assist.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
And still now 34 years of age, his field goal percentage, Clark, has dropped to 5 straight seasons.
Yeah, and his turnover rate rose last season as well, despite primarily shooting from outside. And I think part of that was the fact that he was a rotational player in the reserve for the first time in his career. He's been a career starter until just last season.
It's West with the drive, and he uses the glass on the lane. West has got 6.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Horford with the screen on Hill. Here's Smart. Here's Thornton. And there's the bucket. Steve with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Thornton's got 7 points here in this quarter. Here's Hill. And he gets the bucket.
Little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
Boston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
I need to put Kyrie back in. That's why y'all getting there.
And that one's good.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Here's Copeland, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Well, you wondered how things would go for the Pacers after they had a hiccup midseason. Had to call players home
and did so very close to the playoffs, Kevin. This team struggled because of its youth.
They put Kyrie Irving back in.
The extra scrutiny
and
the burden of expectations, and it took them a while to kind of figure it out, and weren't quite as good as they wanted to be during the playoffs.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Sellinger's checked in for Bass. Hayward comes in for Marcus Thornton. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Smart.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Pacers leading by 22.
And you can see how it affected the team early on in the playoffs. The Hawks took them to 7
games. You missed the layup, nigga. I'm taking you out.
Definitely seemed like they had some issues.
Gotta go.
Kept alive. Irving dishes to Horford. Passes it to Sellinger. West with the block. But they recover it. A shot by Hayward. Wide open. Connects from 3-point range. Hayward's got 7 points in the game. And Indiana shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Here's Allen. That misses off the backboard.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
Sullinger with the bucket.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
And that one's good. 8 points for David West. Celtics trail by 19.
Kyrie Irving got the
right
ball.
At the free throw line. It's rebounded by West.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
The dive for the ball.
Come on. Bro, catch the ball.
Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. And it's 6 points for Ray Allen.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Here's Horford, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Should have been a block.
Pass. That one was right on target.
Indiana leading by 19 points. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Bradley's checked in for the Celtics. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Irving misses.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
For Indiana, they had gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Don't take my ass.
No good on that.
Nigga, you just ass.
Pacers went with an almost entirely new bench last season. It had been a major weakness for the team in 2012-13. The bench was much improved, and you've got to have that to be able to compete at your highest level, no doubt.
The Beast, he's checked in for Indiana, and that one's good.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide.
Show y'all what
open,
domination
knocked it down.
Ooh, ooh, where your hands?
Right
Where your
wing.
defense, Curry?
Here's Copeland. Buries it from three-point range. Copeland's got 5 now.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Yeah.
Irving, good.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Copeland, good.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
Celtics trail by 21.
Let's do it, Curry.
Now Irving. He's got 24. Here's the 3. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
What was he doing with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Got it up. The shot is off. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's the Pacers running away with this one. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. What can you say? The Beast, an impressive effort here today.
How about this? A double-double already. I mean, this is a sort of energy performance that just pumps life into your whole team.
You know, the way he's impacted the game in so many different ways, it's been fun to watch. It's really going to be hard to slow him down.
On the court for Indiana, Amon Shumpert is out there with Scola. Then there's Allen. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Middleton in at the 2. Free throw good, Horford.
Where you at, Kyrie?
Al Horford, the Dominican big man, won 2 titles.
Where you at,
that
Kyrie?
Great University of Florida team, actually back-to-back titles in 06 and 07. You really love his skill level. There's not much he can't do. He gets up and down. He's a terrific passer, and his mid-range jumper is spot on.
Now here's Hayward. It's Bradley on the wing, guarded by Shumpert. Irving drives in, 6 on the shot clock.
That's his first personal foul.
For Boston, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
About a year ago, they converted about 78% of their free throws as a team, so pretty solid there.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
Pacers leading by 18. Here's Middleton. Hands it from downtown.
That's all day.
Middleton's got 41. And Steve, for Horford, consistently a threat from mid-range. It's curious that he has struggled at the free throw line the last couple seasons.
Yeah, it must be something mental, because you think about what a good shooter he is from the outside. Some people have even thought maybe he should shoot threes from time to time. But the free throw line struggles, that's something that's bothered a lot of people over the years, and usually it's a mental block of some sort.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Now a timeout called by Boston. You look at the Beast, he's really been playing well.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside.
They've got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or
Kyrie.
drive.
Where you at, Kyrie?
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Brad Stevens was giving to his team. He'd like them to concentrate on their transition game, keep the tempo fast, and put pressure on the defense in the open court. He also asked for a very strong effort on the offensive glass. He wants to see them cashing in on a lot of second chance opportunities. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. Sellinger, no good.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Irving attacking. Soft touch off the glass. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
That was an important bucket. They're only 1 of 5 now, so they really had to get their offense clicking.
And that one's good.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Austin with the ball. Following the score by Indiana. Sellinger with the bucket.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
For the 3. And Jared Sellinger pulls it down. Sellinger's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And the dunk by Horford.
Well, for one, he hasn't let him down. But a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Here's Middleton. Hits the three-point bomb. Middleton's got 51.
He is just eating this team alive with his offense. It's been a matchup nightmare.
Irving double team. He kicks it to Bradley. Puts it up from 12, and he nails the jumper. Bradley's got 6 points. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. He is capable, Clark, of some incredible athleticism.
And we just got a chance to see it on full display right there.
Well, you got to love a point guard who can finish like a power forward.
Here's Irving. The Pacers making the shot. Horford sets a screen for Irving. An easy layup after coming off the pit. Irving's got 30.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Here's Middleton. And Indiana, another 3.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
The shot by Hayward, wide open, and the rebound goes to the Pacers. Scoa's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
And the Celtics with possession here after Indiana gets the 3. And the shot is good. That's now 8 points for Avery Bradley.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Launches it. And the Pacers another 3.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed.
His handles are just too nice.
And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Irving's got 33. And the Pacers shooting has been wild. 76%. That's just unbelievable. Got that bucket in no time at all. 65 points for the Beast.
That's 12 straight points coming off 3-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
And the Pacers with possession here, following the bucket by the Celtics. Sellinger with the rebound. Sellinger's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Well, you know, the news was mostly bad for the Celtics, but there was some good news last year. They announced they'll be renovating their arena to make it more state-of-the-art.
It's tipped and stolen by Horford. Bradley, no one around him. Second chance shot, and again it's Al Horford. Horford's got 27 points.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
And that one's good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, if you just looked at assists as the measuring stick, they've been by far the better team. It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead. You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defense.
Just bucket.
That's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Irving attacking. Tries again. Horford no luck. And so it's Indiana with it. Here's Shumpert. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Well, they played terrific basketball at both ends, and that's why this lead is totally out of control.
Really been an almost flawless game for him, Steve. No doubt about it.
And a wide open look for Irving. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 38 points.
He's starting to feel it. He's in a groove here in the second half.
Here's Middleton. And the Pacers another 3.
Wow. What can you say?
Boston's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Irving kicks to Horford. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 9th assist in the game now.
What an excellent performance from the field for him.
Here's Middleton, and the Pacers another 3.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys, and the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. 40 points for Kyrie Irving.
This is one well of a performance, folks, but it won't mean a thing if they aren't able to finish it off and get the win.
He's their top rebounder. He's doing an excellent job on the glass today.
Well, I tell you what, I love the effort he's shown on the boards today, Steve. It's been fantastic.
Pacer shooting has been wild, 76%. That's just unbelievable. And yes, sir, that one drops.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the three-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
That one goes. Count. Horford's got 11 in the second half.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Yep, ball movement, player movement. They're generating a lot of easy opportunities for themselves down there.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
They better not make it 3 straight, because now all of a sudden you're looking at a hot streak.
There's the foul. It's on Mahinmi.
Good foul.
That'll be
Now I
his
got
second foul of
started.
the game. Boston making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Hayward. And it's Thornton in for Avery Bradley. Kenneth Fareed's checked in for Indiana. Victor Oladipo comes in for Ray Allen. Here's Middleton, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Pacers?
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
Well, quite an interesting upbringing for Victor Oladipo. His mother and father immigrated from Nigeria. They ingrained a great work ethic in their children. But his father in particular didn't really approve of his son's focus on basketball. But Victor was undeterred.
Brandon Bass is checked in for Boston.
And Oladipo, growing up the only son among 4 children with a strict, somewhat distant father. In a lot of ways, his coaches and teammates became a kind of second family, and he latched on to his coaches for guidance.
And the story goes that Oladipo, in his sophomore year in high school, broke his foot. And Clark, rather than stay home, he went to practices and ran the scoreboard, even swept the gym, I'm told.
Yeah, he said he didn't want the coaches to forget about him, Kevin. Just a true gym rat mentality, and that's part of the reason he's played as well as he has in the NBA.
Shots good by Middleton.
Well, another open jump shot there. Their defense not putting up much of a fight.
Here's Bass, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
You know, he doesn't fit into that kind of classic power forward mold, but he has that tremendous athleticism.
Here's Middleton, and again it's Indiana converting.
What a competitor, Kevin. He's been looking for a shot all game long, and he's really shouldered the load for them offensively.
Irving drives in. Fareed against Green. Back to Irving. Three-pointer.
Ew.
And Jeff Green, the bucket on the assist by Irving. Green's got 5 points so far.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
They double him with Irving. The wide open look here for Oladipo. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams and their effectiveness from the three-point line.
Dan, you really notice it at that end of the floor where they continue to get open looks and knock them down.
The Pacers shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. The three, and the Pacers another three.
Well, as long as the threes keep dropping for him, he'll continue firing away.
And they are dropping for him. What a game he's having from deep.
Now, here is Irving. And he has 42. And again, Boston with the triple.
That's more like it. That's 9 points for him coming off three-pointers in this half.
Fareed goes in, and again, it's Indiana converting.
And the buckets always coming in bunches for him. And right now, they are really rolling.
Outside Irving. Irving double team. There's the pass to Bass. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Bass has got 8 here in the quarter.
And he's doing all he can to keep his team in the game. Hasn't missed a single shot.
And Middleton kicks to Fareed. And again, it's Indiana.
And the shooting percentage continues to climb, guys, here in the second half. They're on fire.
Steve, I like the collective focus since halftime. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
Right now, they don't seem to have an answer for the outside game this second half.
And he gets the bucket. Fareed's got 16. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Irving drives in. No good. So Indiana will take it the other way. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. It's stolen by Green. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Horton's got the ball. Green against Oladipo. Green passes to Irving. And the layup falls. Irving's got 50 points.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Indiana out in front, delivering the blowout. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Pacers shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. Brandon Bass is out there with Vitor Favarani. Then it's Turner. Then there's Smart, and it's Thornton in at the 2. That's the Boston 5. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Thornton's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Celtics. Here's Indiana. Here's Middleton. Sinks the triple.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
Now here's Smart.
Boy, and that is a bunch of rebounds for a player who's not the biggest guy out there.
Lets it go. He drains the quick shot. Middleton's got 5 points. Now this quarter.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Smart wide open, he fires. And another basket for Boston.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
And Oladipo kicks to Middleton for the 3. And he gets it to go.
Wow, such a steady hand. He's the one responsible for getting them this late lead.
Can't argue with that at all, Steve. His shooting percentage has been off the charts.
Now here's Smart. Puts up a 3. And Oladipo pulls it down. The Pacers have gone 3 of 4 on field goal attempts since getting things started here. Here in the fourth. Good.
Wow, this fourth quarter has just been tremendous for them from deep.
Yeah, they're locked in and putting up a ton of points from outside.
Now here's Smart. Fareed defending. Bass tries again, and the layup good by Smart.
You see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket.
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Here's Middleton, and again it's the Pacers from deep.
It's been a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. He's in a groove, and that tray of his has just been deadly.
Now here's Smart. Pass to Bass. Shot denied. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Shots good by Middleton.
Wow, they are just red hot, guys, not missing a thing.
Sometimes you see a player get on a tear like this, Steve, but never an entire team.
Smart with the ball. Fareed defending. Here's Thornton on the money from 12 feet away. Thornton's got 4 points now in the quarter. Pacers have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. Oladipo. Good.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Boston's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Smart dishes to Turner. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane in the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Shumpert and Indiana, another 3.
You know, his shot's been pretty accurate today, but he has not had his usual share of opportunities.
Out to Turner, uncovered. Goes back up. Here's Bass. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. They double him with Shumpert. Shumpert with the steal. Now it's Shumpert running. He can go all the way. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
Terrible transition defense there.
Give me a ring.
I think it would have been pointless, Steve. There was no way anybody was beating him to the basket there.
For Boston, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Here's Smart.
You know, it's such a treat to watch the game for a living. It doesn't stand still. It keeps evolving. And as we see the leadership changing hands, a new commission, new owners, I think that process will continue. And hopefully they'll strike that balance between preserving the tradition of the game while also continuing to attract new fans.
And here are the Pacers now, after Marcus Smart missing on that last three-pointer. That's good. That's 28 points for Victor Oladipo.
He's been on a tear from the three-point line this game.
Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Smart with the ball, now guarded by Fareed. Shots good by Turner.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Well, it took them a while, but they're finally starting to get some rhythm offensively on the outside.
Well, Steve, Kenneth Fareed really raised in the game. There's so many great stories when he was young. He was challenged by his family in so many ways on the basketball field.
Yeah, the story goes that his father once dunked on him and said, never let anybody do that on you again. And apparently his mother told him they'd never pass him the ball unless he was tough enough to go get the rebound. So, tough love, but apparently it worked.
Now here's Turner. Puts the fadeaway right on the money.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
And Middleton kicks to Shumpert. Off target with his 3.
And you talk about Fareed's upbringing. His mother, a high school basketball star in her own right, was fighting for her life against the autoimmune disease of lupus. She demanded that he battle just as hard on the court. And you can't discount that in driving Fareed to his greatness.
Here's Middleton after the made shot from Evan Turner. And that one's good, Shumpert. Shumpert's got 12 points here in the second half.
Tell you what, they haven't exactly been shy about letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
You know, Steve, if you have the lead, you can afford to be a little
Oh no,
with the
you
three-point
black for
shots. You
that.
just don't want to fall too much
Black
in
to
love
be
with
shooting
it.
threes, nigga.
And Kenneth Faried ending up setting an NCAA record for career rebounds. He said he felt like every rebound was another day for his mother. And now, happily, she's doing better, and he's playing the game he was born to play.
Here's Smart, following the basket by Kenneth Faried. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Evan Turner to start last season, a feature offensive player.
Yo, free throw
for the
ugly.
rebuilding 76ers.
Oh, yeah, Andre Iguodala and Drew Holiday traded away in consecutive seasons. So Turner's numbers went up with the team struggling, but you know he didn't seem very happy about the roster changes because they were losing night in and night out.
And Turner traded from the Sixers to the Pacers at the deadline. That was a change not only in role, but also in record, going from one of the league's worst teams to one of its best, and from a starting role to one as a reserve. Not the easiest of adjustments, but I thought Turner handled himself well.
Now here's Smart. He's guarded closely. On the wing, Wallace. Smart kicks to Wallace. Launches it. It's rebounded by Indiana. West has got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
And for Turner now in a new situation, the former number 2 overall pick, weathering criticism in Philadelphia. Can he realize the potential we saw him so highly regarded coming into the league? We'll see.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Straight to the bucket with a nice head of steam.
Well, no reason to slow it down when there's nothing in the way.
Pacers shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. And that one's good, Shumpert.
This is unbelievable. What a shooting exhibition we're seeing out there today.
Boston's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now here's Smart. Kicks it to Bass. There's the feed to Turner. Trying to get open is Favarani. And Turner with the basket on the assist by Bass.
I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game.
From downtown and Indiana, another 3.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
The Celtics shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Smart passes to Turner. From 11 feet away. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Faried's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Middleton. And the Pacers another 3.
Great second half. I mean, he came out of that locker room ready to play.
The Celtics shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Boom! Drops it straight down.
That is as athletic a move as you're going to see right
Y'all
there,
see
folks.
me?
Unbelievable.
Clark, what about the hang time?
You're talking about hang time. That fella had helium in those shoes.
Well, if you're going to pull off a 360, he better have hang time.
Here's Turner following the score by Indiana. Smart kicks to Turner. Pass to Smart. Here's Wallace. 5 to shoot. Boston again missing.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
The shot's good from Faried.
Assisted Middleton.
They're struggling to keep up.
Now we'll see if they can turn things around on this trip. They can't continue to come up empty.
And they're running. Here's Oladipo. Oh. Slammed a perfect end of the fast break.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
That was one of those 3 or 4 plays that you see every night in an NBA game that just leaves you in awe.
And David West gets the whistle that time. That will be foul number 5 on him. The Celtics making a switch here. Thornton's checked in. Here's Bass. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
I'm about to fry your ass.
Feel the momentum swinging. They needed that shot badly.
I know you're a bitch ass.
Steve, I sense some frustration here. It seems like they're getting a little frustrated. It's understandable because they've given up this big run. Well, you know, starting last season, the NBA added a 3D camera system in every arena to track movements on the court. And some of the shots that those cameras get are remarkable.
They can measure just about anything you can think of, and it's opening up a lot of different ways of measuring and dissecting the game. Another example of the overreaching arts of analytics.
And that one's good, Shumpert. Smart with the ball. There's 1:54 left to play here in the fourth. And David West gets the whistle that time. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
That could have major consequences, Kevin. With this game still in question, it's really a tough time to lose.
Luis Scola, he's checked in for Indiana. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Boston. Irving comes in for Smart. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
Well, the Celtics moved up 3 spots in last year's draft to select Kelly Olynyk at 13. He had a terrific summer league, only to be slowed down by a high ankle sprain and other injuries early in the season. But after the All-Star break, he really came on.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Amon Shumpert. In the corner, Thornton with it. And there's the rejection.
Boy.
And they get it back.
Hey guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for Indiana.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yes, very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for the Beast. You can set a tone with defense, and that is exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
The shot's good from Fareed. Fareed's got 16 here in the second half. And Coach Stevens pushing Olynyk to be aggressive offensively.
Well, that's his strength, scoring the basketball. You know, he was a point guard until he had a big-time growth spurt in high school, so he's highly skilled. And I think he and Jared Sullinger combined as a duo, the skill level they have and IQ, those two young big guys could be a problem for the rest of the league going forward.
Here's Wallace, and he gets the bucket.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. On its way from Oladipo for 2. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
Probably time to just say it, guys. This game is over.
I think you're right on target there.
And a wide open look for Thornton. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Middleton. The fader. It's good.
And the crowd here, of course, not happy about the outcome. But you know what? We saw a team tonight that came in prepared to do battle on the road, and they clearly wanted the win.
You know, they were determined to steal this game, and they showed it, Steve. Played harder and got the job done.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you add?
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, the Beast.